One of the things that really contributed to my success yesterday and my happiness with the overall piece that I painted, I think was due to the looseness of the painting. I think I'm a little bit of a control freak with my art. I want to plan out most things and get a really good idea of what I'm going to be creating, get everything drawn out ahead of time, have my colors for the most part selected, and I won't necessarily do everything exactly according to plan, but I like to be prepared. I mean, you know me, I like to plan. But yesterday, I really loosened up. I went in with a general idea. I had a sketch on a different piece of paper that I was working off of, but I didn't sketch anything out on the page ahead of time. I didn't do anything besides just start slapping colors on and seeing where it took me. And even whenever I did do the line work at the end, it was scratchy, scribbly, loose. Well, I decided to go ahead and do that again today and see if I could continue to push that and grow that lack of control. So I followed the same pattern. Today I sketched out what I wanted to create in my sketchbook, and I had it within sight so I can keep checking it and referencing it, but other than that, I just started putting colors on the page and seeing where that took me. I don't know if this is necessarily going to be like my style or anything in the future, but I do think it's a really important thing for me to work through right now, a really important thing for me to learn, to be able to loosen up my grip of control and not feel like I have to plan every little detail. I think because I didn't plan it so carefully yesterday, I was able to be open and receptive to inspiration as it came to me. It's just one of those things that I think every artist needs to learn at some point. You don't have to have control all the time. That lesson can always be deepened and expanded with practice. And that's what I did here today. I just figured I'd continue to pull on that thread and see what happens. By the way, I haven't actually mentioned it at any point, but for the last week or so, I've actually been using my heat tool that I got for embossing a long time ago to dry all the layers so I can work faster. It's just something that's like cut my work time probably in half because I'm not sitting around waiting for layers to dry now. I can just heat the page for a minute or so and then get right back to work, and it's awesome. So the lesson that I'm really learning right now is how to loosen up, how to relinquish control and just let things develop and be open for inspiration. It's really hard for me to do, but I think that it's really necessary in order for me to really explore the limits of my artistic creativity. Because after all, creativity isn't about control. Obviously, sometimes depending on what you're working on, you need to have really fine details and lots of really sharp lines and square edges and everything, and that's totally fine. I'm not saying that you can't do that, but I think it's really important to be able to loosen up and just let go. Because once you're able to loosen up and you don't have a really controlled idea of how you want everything to be, you're more open to the way that it develops. You're more open to how it might bloom and blossom into something different and interesting. You just become a lot more receptive, I think. And I'm really glad that I'm learning that right now. I'm really excited about letting this happen. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Alright, well I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye!